Hello, my divine collective. Welcome back. I know it's been a while, but I'm glad to have you here. Okay, right out. I know that a lot of us have been dealing with feelings of burnout, feeling restlessness, feeling like overwhelmed by many options. Okay. But there is something on its way to you. There is something on its way to you. Some of you may be feeling irritable, tired, exhausted, loss of appetite, drained, weak, achy muscles, stuffiness. Some of you have probably been overwhelmed, crying, really emotional. Some of you possibly have gone through a breakup. This could have been recent, could have been a past energy that you've released. And it looks like you're not looking back. Right here I see the King and Queen of Swords with the 5 and 10 of Swords. And that is a lot of air energy. So it could be, we could be dealing with an Aquarius, Libra, Scorpio. But then we also have the Queen of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles. So it looks like you've been investing in yourself, putting more energy into yourself. Conserving your time and your energy. Being intentional where you put your energy with the 4 of Pentacles here. And then we also have the 10 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. Joy, harmony, and happiness. Oh my gosh, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Tower. And behind that we have the Emperor. Wow. So this is all in alignment. This is all in alignment. And so I'm happy that this message is here, because right off the bat, let me just take out the Tower. Because it's the Tower, the Emperor, and the 4 of Wands. And that's 4-4. I'm seeing 4-4-4. And 4 times 4 is 16, which is the number of the Tower. And behind that is the Queen of Wands. I'm getting the feeling that a lot of you all have been using your creative energy, conserving your creative energy here with the 4 of Pentacles. Many of you all are celibate, abstinent, protecting your sacral, sexual energy. A lot of starseeds have been called to become celibate. And if you haven't, this is your sign to cease all lower vibrational activity. This is not the season. This is not the season of submitting to your lower level desires. This is the season of reaping your harvest, being open to receiving your harvest. So with the 8-8 portal coming in, I'm just going to go off of the feelings that I'm feeling. Okay. As soon as August came in, we've got this shift in energy, and the energy has been cooler. I'm not sure where you're located, but where I'm at on the east side, northeast, it's been cooler. And so what this feels like. I'm not gonna lie, because it was a heat wave, so it feels like just a shock out of nowhere of cool air. And the way that it happened before was like a heat wave, and then there was rain. And when the rain came, I remember I was just so grateful for the coolness that the rain brought. But as soon as the month of August came in, it was different. It was like that breeze felt different. That breeze felt nostalgic. That breeze felt like sweater weather. It felt like school starting. It felt scary. That breeze felt scary. It felt like, oh my God, what's this? It felt like we were so used to being comfortable with the season. We didn't expect this change to come about. It just came out of nowhere. And that bird, I'm taking that as confirmation. That energy just came out of nowhere. But it's inevitable because the seasons change. They're bound to change, right? And so it is to be expected that as nature goes on, the seasons are going to change. It's not going to be hot forever. You're not going to be where you're at forever. Your current situation is not your final destination. And I know it sounds cliche, but it is true, because we are living beings just like the earth, just like the plants. We are all connected. We are all interconnected. And so I'm reading this for you as I'm reading it for me, and speaking it out because it needs to be released. That I'm not sure where you are on your journey, but just know we're all living our own unique life experience, but we are all on this journey together. And so, while my life experience might not look exactly like yours, the energy is still understood. The energy is still felt. The energy still has to be navigated. And so we are navigating the unknown together. We are navigating the unfamiliar together. And so in that sense, no matter where you are, no matter how low you might feel, just know that it gets better. It's not going to last forever. I didn't know that I needed this message because I'm not going to lie, honestly, today I woke up and oh my God, I tried so hard to lift the vibrations, but sometimes you just have to like really accept what is, own the moment, and find joy within it. Find a reason to love it. Find a reason, a spark, or something to create, something to shift the energy. You've got to shift the energy. Okay, that's what's going on. That's the energy right now. And so there's a lot unexpected. Splitting the deck on the Empress. It's a lot unexpected, but there's a lot of joy, a lot of your hard work paying off, whatever that looks like for you. I feel like if you have come across this video, you've definitely been on a particular path. Well, you might have been feeling trapped. I see the Eight of Swords came out here, which talks about feeling trapped, mental imprisonment, victim mentality, or limiting beliefs. So maybe you've come from a tumultuous upbringing. You know, you probably had experienced some hardships in life that might have like shot your confidence, shot your ego. Maybe you've been hurt so many times you're kind of scared to trust. And we have to take the time to reflect on our own past experiences and see what is the lesson to be learned. Everything is a learning experience. Okay? And so you have to surrender to the unknown. We have to surrender to the unknown. With the Hanged Man here, which talks about just letting go. Just, it sounds cliche, but you have to let go and let the Most High, whatever you believe in, Sometimes we have to accept the fact that we've done all that we can do in a certain area. But this isn't the season for overexerting yourself. This is the season for pouring into yourself. This is the season for pouring into yourself and protecting your energy, investing in yourself, and moving on from things that no longer serve you. Moving on from people, places, beings that are not in alignment with the version of yourself that you're trying to become, or where you want to go, where you see yourself, you know? And with the Eight of Cups coming out on top of the Ten of Swords, that's like, yeah, that's leaving from the endings, from those painful endings. You're moving on from that. It doesn't serve you any longer. It served its purpose. And sometimes that's scary, you know, not knowing. Sometimes it's scary not knowing, but you have to take a chance on yourself. It's like you had to take the chance on yourself, whether this is a current energy with you moving on or whether this is past energy. I'm feeling like this is past energy, and it's coming up now because we are currently in Mercury retrograde, which is why it's feelings of endings and beginnings, or feelings of the old coming back into the new, replaying old past lessons, because that's what Mercury retrograde it brings about. But also you have to understand that we're in a 9-year, which talks about endings of cycles. And for me personally, what I've been thinking about was the last 10 years, the last decade in itself. I'm not sure about your life, but maybe this is a sign for you to reflect on the past 10 years. Where were you in 2015? What was your life like in 2015? What were you doing in August 2015? Are there people in your life who are still in your life from 2015 or no? What experiences have shifted the way that you viewed life or viewed yourself since 2015? And how has your life changed since then? For the better or for the worse? These are things that you can reflect on. But I'm getting that some of you have taken the time after leaving that situation. You've taken the time to focus on yourself, focus on your own energy, resting and recovering and healing. And now, as you are emerging into this portal, let's just say this, as this 8-8 portal approaches, you're noticing that there's a lot of different options, but you have to be very mindful, because there's going to be a lot of people that are trying to get into your energy. There's a lot of people that are trying to get into your energy, so you have to be very, very mindful. And I think that's exactly why these energies are coming back to remind you, you know, because at the end of the day, we experience things as lessons. Well, we experience things to teach us, you know, and sometimes you might notice that there's a situation that kind of basically repeats itself in a different person, you know, and you have to recognize the pattern. You have to recognize the pattern. And I feel like this energy right now that we're in, approaching this 8-8 portal, it's energy of whether you feel like, whether you have learned from the past lessons, whether you've done the work to change, to shift, to break old patterns, to break generational curses, to change your limiting beliefs, limiting mindsets. What have you been doing internally on yourself intentionally to change, to grow, to become the best version of yourself? There's going to be a lot of people that are going to come into your energy, or going to try to come into your energy, because that work that you've done within is paying off. Right now, this is the season where, and you have probably already been experiencing this, but right now, this is the season where you're going to start seeing the rewards. If you haven't already, you're seeing the rewards from the fruits of your labor pay off. You're seeing the rewards from all of the seeds that you've planted. They're growing now. Now you're reaping your harvest. Now the flowers have blossomed. Now the fruits have grown. Now the crops have grown. Now you can harvest your beautiful peppers, tomatoes, your onions, your carrots, all your beautiful watermelons and fruits and vegetables and berries. You can reap your harvest from your gardens now. So you just want to be very, very mindful. But your world is changing. It looks like old cycles are completed. With the world coming out on top of the Queen of Pentacles, your world is changing for the better. Your world is changing from the better because you took the time to heal. You invested in yourself and you took the time to heal. And it was hard. It was hard. We don't minimize anyone's trauma here. It was hard. And it's okay if you're not feeling 100% all the time. You're human. You're having a human experience here on this earth. So remember to give yourself grace. Give yourself grace and reaffirm yourself with self-love. Reaffirm yourself. Okay? You're doing amazing. Wow. The Wheel of Fortune. 10-10. The Wheel of Fortune came out under the 10 of Cups. This is, wow. Now you're going into your happy era. You're going from hardship, poverty, insecurity, isolation, feeling need. You're going to, this is fate, divine timing. You're going from poverty to fulfillment, from hardship to happiness, to joy, from isolation to family, a happy family life. This is amazing. How can you adapt to the changing circumstances? That's exactly what I was just saying. How can you, the Wheel of Fortune says, for everything, there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven. What goes around comes around. Wow. I was literally, wow. How can you adapt to changing circumstances? So how has your life changed within the past 10 years? Oh my gosh. Okay, wow. Within the past 10 years, how has your life changed? How has your life changed within the past 10 years? If you've had a past hard 10, ooh, clarity with the Ace of, with the Ace of Swords, we got clarity right under the Emperor. So like I was about to say, if within the past 10 years, if you can think about on a scale your good experiences, your positive experiences, your happy experiences, and on the other side of the scale you have your sad experiences, the traumatic experiences, the low vibrational experiences, the feelings of lack versus the feelings of happiness, the feelings of success or accomplishment versus the feelings of defeat, abandonment, being robbed, or whatever your situation could have been. Because I am still, I was seeing, I was getting the vibe of energy from, people taking from you. People taking from you, people robbing you of your energy, of your time, just your money, your resources, whatever you had to give. I feel like a lot of you all that have resonated with this message have attracted a lot of people who are energy vampires, who've been around you for what you could provide, what you could offer them, or what they could get out of you, but they never really wanted to reciprocate the energy or pour into you. They just had a me mentality. And so, like I was saying about the scales, if the past 10 years, when you think about it, the bad outweighs the good, now that is changing. That time is changing. That is shifting. This 8-8 portal is bringing in divine abundance. Your life is changing. I'm claiming this is my energy as well. My life is changing. I didn't even expect to come out here and do a reading, but I just went with the energy. I I really just went with the energy. Like this Wheel of Fortune says, how can you adapt to the changing circumstances? It was just so much energy earlier, and I was just going through it. And wow. Okay, well, we have victory and judgment and the wow. 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 We have the Six of Wands, which is victory, success, recognition and leadership, inspiration. How can you use your accomplishments to inspire others? You are stepping into a period of success, and I mean wins after wins after wins after wins after wins. You might as well change your middle name to Winner. First name what? Middle name Winner. First name what? Last name Winner. Because we have the Six of Wands, and then we have judgment. It's Six of Wands and judgment. This is your judgment. You are bound to receive all of the blessings that you are owed. All of your hard work has not been in vain. I hope that you feel the energy that I'm giving this to you with. All of your hard work has not been in vain. I need you to know this. I need you to feel this. I need you to say it, and I need you to feel it, and I need you to know it. Reaffirm it to yourself right now. Say it to yourself right now. All of my hard work has not been in vain. I am receiving my divine abundance. I am receiving my abundance. I am receiving money loves to flow to me. I am financially free. I am financially abundant. This is amazing. And then we have the Empress and the Sun card. The Empress speaks about abundance, fertility. Some of y'all could possibly be pregnant right now. Some of y'all are probably looking to perceive. Some of you all are pregnant with the idea, with the business. And then the Sun card, it's happiness, vitality, positivity, success, and joy. So again, like we said, we're stepping into the season of happiness. We're stepping into our winning season. That's all winning cards. That's all winning cards. This is beautiful. This is the energy for the 8-8 portal. This is the energy for the 8-8 portal. And so again, we just have to be mindful, because like my eyes just went to that 5 of Swords card, and there are going to be people that are trying to get into your energy for that. See, true word. I just put the deck at the 7 of Swords, which talks about strategy, deception, theft, and cunningness, sneakiness. So you're going to have to be strategic within the way that you move. Once you step into this abundance, whatever that looks like for you, you're just going to have to be very, very strategic with the way that you move. Yep, the Death card coming out. You're going to have to, it's transformation. So you're just going to have to be very, very mindful about people that are coming into your energy. What are they coming into your energy for? Okay. Ooh, 6-6. All right. 6-6 with the 6 of Pentacles and the 6 of Swords. 6 of Pentacles is charity, generosity, giving, sharing, and compassion. Okay, so again, be open to receive is what I'm getting here. And then with the 6 of Swords, it's talking about transition, moving on. So we're moving on again from the past to the new. We are moving on to bigger and better things. We are setting sail, smooth sailing ahead. This is the energy. This is the energy. Wow. And I split the deck on the Lovers. So this is divine alignment. Some of you all are coming into a divine union. Some of y'all might be aligning with your divine counterpart. What's that? Yeah, there might be a love offer on its way to you. There might be a lot of competition. There might be a lot of competition, and I'm seeing action, adventure, risk-taking, and impulsiveness. Some of y'all might be making an impulsive decision to move on, to take a risk of, to step out on faith. Someone might be getting you might get a sign from Spirit, you might get a sign from the divine to take a chance. But again, I would say pray. Ooh, I would say pray on it. But what I got in my hands is the King of Cups. So there might be someone coming in with a emotional offer. Behind that, I do see the Page of Wands. And if you know the Page of Wands, you know he's holding a big stick. And so again, use your intuition, because Lovers at the bottom of the deck still. Use your intuition, because like I said, there might be people there trying to leech onto your sacral energy, your sexual energy. You just want to be very, very mindful. Okay? Just be mindful. Remember to balance all of the new energy. Remember to ground yourself. It's so important right now to be grounded, to connect to earth. It is so powerful. It's vital right now, because there's a lot of energy being downloaded into the body. You want to be very, very mindful about that. Okay? You want to spend time, in solitude. Okay? You want to spend time in solitude and get that information from the divine. Get your answers, get your clarity from the divine. But you'll only get clear messages if you stay in solitude, if you spend time in solitude. I want to say stay in solitude, because I do see that there are collaborations coming in the future with the Three of Cups. But I do want to reiterate, it is very, very important right now that you spend time grounding, spend time in solitude, spend time talking to the Most High, spend time talking to your spirit team, and getting those clarification messages. Spend time honoring them, showing them gratitude. Ooh, okay. Page of Wands want to come out again. Exploration, creativity, enthusiasm, ambition, and inspiration. And again, this intuition, mystery, illusion, and subconscious. Okay, so I'm gonna read this because I really wanted to come out. It says the moon is about water. Okay, we're approaching the full moon soon. So the full moon, or it says the moon is a reminder that no matter what confirmation, the moon is a reminder that no matter what phase we are in, we are still whole. Embrace the unknown. Embrace the unknown. Embrace the unknown. Some of you all know that you have to leave, know that you're going someplace, know that you're moving on to somewhere, but you don't know where, you don't know how it's going to look. You're scared about taking that step, but trust in the unknown. Embrace the unknown. Embrace the unknown. You have to leave room for the divine to work out miracles, and trust and know. Think about the last time. I'm sure that you've seen a sign in your life already, because if you connected with this message right here, if you're aligned with this message and you're watching this and you hear me speak this right now, then you had to have experienced something in your life this year in particular that lets you know that you're in alignment. So think back to that time when something amazing happened and you're like, wow, none other but God. This was a prayer that I didn't even know anybody heard. I know you heard this one, God. And that one got answered. So just know, something is working out for you. And this Page of Wands, exploration, creativity. It says embrace your adventurous spirit and explore new possibilities. How can you tap into your creativity and explore uncharted territories? So some of y'all might be traveling the world. The World card definitely did come out. Yeah. Yep, the World card. And then we have the Fool. Oh, wow, Spirit talking for real. The Fool card, new beginnings. It says, what risks are you willing to take? The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Must take a leap in the unknown. New beginnings, spontaneity, freedom, and optimism. Justice. Wow. Fairness, justice, truth, balance. How can you balance the scales of justice in your life? Didn't I just talk about the scales? Didn't I just say, wow, I'm really channeling? Didn't I just say to think about your past 10 years, the good versus the bad? If the bad outweighed the good, it's changing now. Now it's going to be balanced. Now you're going to experience years full of good. Now you're entering your happy season. You're entering your abundance season. You're entering your winning season. I'm entering my abundance season. I have entered my abundance season. I have entered my winning season. Affirm it with me. I have entered my winning season. I stepped into my winning season. I stepped into my mastery season. I stepped into my season of recognition. I am being recognized for all of my hard work and efforts. Yes, my hard work is paying off. My hard work is paid off. That is amazing confirmation. And then at the bottom of the deck, we got the Nine of Cups. Stop playing. And you see at the top, what happened? We got the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Swords again. So yeah, be mindful, because there are going to be people that are nosy, just watching because they're jealous. Some of them want to take. You feel me? Some of them might come with false offers, the way that this just flew out. Okay? Some of them might come with false offers. The Page of Cups flew out upside down, talking about new beginnings, creativity, or creative inspiration, artistic expression. And the Page of Cups comes with the offer, but the High Priestess also came out behind that upside down, which talks about intuition. Upside down is like emotional immaturity for the Page of Cups, lack of direction, and a creative block. We don't need no creative blocks. If you've been protecting your energy, be mindful of that. While Mercury retrograde is still in action, you definitely don't want to be taking any action towards any type of love offers, because any type of love offers, especially in this season right now that we're in, it's low vibrational. It's people that are looking for energy to soak up, because right now, you are supposed to be in loader mode. You're not supposed to want to be around anybody. You're supposed to just be like on yourself, protecting your own energy, because you know it's scary out here. And if you not, then this is your sign to get up on it. You feel me? Because if you, yeah, we ain't even on that. If people are coming towards you, trying to, I don't know, like emotionally manipulate you, or trying to use emotions as a way to get access to your energy, be mindful of that, because the High Priestess came out behind that, which talks about deception, confusion, lack of understanding, and hidden agendas. A lot of people are coming out with hidden agendas, so be mindful about that. Okay, because under that is the five of Pentacles, which is hardship, poverty, insecurity, and isolate. Well, it's like need. You don't want to be in a season of lack. Some of these people are coming from that energy, and you don't want that to rub off on you. You don't want to give them access to your energy, so be very, very mindful, okay? Be very, very mindful. Is there anything else to close out? Three of Wands wanted to show itself. Yeah, Seven of Swords came out. So yeah, just be mindful about that, because it really didn't want to be seen. So I'm just going to read that one out again. It says, must use intellect to outwit opponents, but must also beware of dishonesty and betrayal. What situations or people in my life require me to be cunning and strategic, while also remaining vigilant against deceit? It talks about strategy, deception, theft, cunning, and sneakiness. That's in the upright. Upside down, it talks about honesty, facing consequences, playing fair, coming clean, and releasing guilt. So there are some people that are coming into your energy that they probably know that they have done you wrong, but they are too immature. They haven't done the work to get to the place where they can release the guilt and come clean about what they've done, and play fair and be honest and face the consequences. But that just goes to show that they haven't done the work, and so you're on a different path, you're on a different timeline. So again, just be very, very mindful about that, because you don't want people like that in your energy. So just be very, very aware. All right, but we have the Three of Wands there, which talks about expansion, progress, moving on, foresight and growth. And then we got the star. So you're a star. You're stepping into this divine energy. I'm seeing hope, inspiration, serenity, and faith. And then we got the Nine of Wands here, which talks about resilience. I keep hearing like the wounded warrior, but you've overcome. It says you've been through a lot and come out stronger on the other side. So think about what challenges have you overcome in the past 10 years. All right. And there is a romantic offer coming the way, coming. There is a romantic offer coming your way here with the Knight of Cups. All right. And so you're just going to have to take some time to balance all the energy with your new abundance, with all of the energy, the new energy that you've been stepping into, with the romantic offers, balancing time for yourself, and remembering to ground the energy, remembering to honor your ancestors, honor your spirit guides, whatever works for you. We don't discriminate over here. And I'm seeing that you're going to be able to like work on a certain skill that you have, with the Eight of Pentacles, craftsmanship. Like there's some type of hard work, but it's gonna be work that you enjoy is what I'm getting by this card. I'm getting work that makes you happy. And I'm seeing emotional stability, empathy, and intuition here with the Queen of Cups. It says be in your heart space before taking any decision, but don't be over emotional. But yeah, you want to move from the heart. Ace of Cups at the bottom. That is beautiful. I'm seeing just divine expansion. Oof, with the Magician that just came out. Yeah, you're stepping into your winning season. You're stepping into your winning season. I love how this came out. This was beautiful. I thought this was going to be a short read. I'm not going to lie. Is there anything else? I didn't expect to read it down like this. Is there anything else, Most High? Anything else? Alright, what's this? Oh, and we finished it off with the Six of Cups. This is beautiful. Nostalgia, childhood innocence. Wow. Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. The Six of Cups is family, childhood, generosity. It says the best way to predict your future is to create it. Love is the reconciliation. Love and the reconciliation is on the horizon. That is very, very beautiful. This is beautiful energy. I'm looking for my deck of cards. I seem to have misplaced them. Give me a moment. I guess everything does happen for a reason, because that deck of cards probably doesn't have the tone required for the current energy that we're in. What does the collective need to hear at this time, Spirit Team? Okay. So we've got find something you're passionate about and keep tremendously interested in it. Find something you're passionate about and keep tremendously interested in it. You are your next best thing. You are your next best thing. I did see a title card, so some of y'all might be getting a title to a car, to a business, or something like that. I'm not sure how that works, but some of y'all might be getting a title, some type of ownership, some type of certification or documentation. Some people might be getting approved. Can I get one more? Two more. It says failure is the condiment that gives success its flavor. Ooh, that is so true. Flavor is the condiment that gives success its flavor. This one says, our greatest glory is not in never failing, but in rising every time we fall. Our greatest glory is not in never failing. Oh gosh, okay. Our greatest glory is not in never failing, but in rising every time we fall. Okay? You have to go out there and love what you are and who you know you are in terms of your craft. You have to go out there and love what you are and who you know you are in terms of your craft. All right? That is it for this energy, for this 8-8 portal. All right? Now, I hope that this message finds you well. And I just want to remind you all that you are doing amazing. You are doing amazing. You are exactly where you need to be on your journey. Be kind, spread love. And I will see you all in the next one. Remember to stay grounded, stay hydrated, and move from your heart. Until next time, goodbye.